Um, this isn't a story, it's a speech by Dora Millman. She wrote it in 1996. I'm one of the millions of people around the world living with HIV. I know you're probably asking yourselves how I got infected. You're wondering how a 63-year-old grandmother could have been exposed to HIV. Well, the answer is simple. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how anyone became infected. I want to explain that all people with HIV/AIDS have the same rights. We all do. We deserve and demand to be treated as equals with dignity. We are all worthy of respect and compassion. The only thing that makes us different from anyone else is that we are living with a virus that is challenging the world in so many ways. Like millions of people, I know and experience the challenge of living with HIV. But also like millions of people, I know the heartache it is to have a loved one with HIV. You see, my son is also HIV positive. In fact, we learned within 3 weeks of each other that we are both positive. Since that time, our struggle have been the same, our needs and hopes for the future identical. More than anything else, my son and I hope for the prevention, and we hope for the cure. We believe in researchers, politicians, healthcare workers, and people living with HIV must work together to meet these ends. I have personally participated in several research studies and consider it my obligation to do so, because each study takes us one step closer to meeting our goal. Many of HIV-positive friends and acquaintances choose to participate in different ways. Some sit on expert committees to review study proposals. Some work in the community in groups to teach people how to protect themselves. Some take part in support groups to give each other hope. Whatever means, we all choose to take part in this process. We must be willing to work together to find these answers. That means you must be willing to listen and hear what we have to say. I am not ashamed of who I am. I feel as though I am helping, that I am making a difference, and that gives me strength to carry on. When I first learned I was HIV positive, my family and I struggled with whether we could make this around widely known. Sadly, this is a struggle that many people know all too well. Like millions of people living with HIV around the world, we are terrified of the stigma. We are frightened by the intolerance. We are very afraid. In the end, I could not remain silent. We told our wider family and we told our friends. I cannot tell you how much their outpouring of acceptance and support and love has meant to me. A day does not go by that I do not appreciate them being around me, because I am one of the lucky ones. When someone like me has support and love of family and friends, many are alone and live in isolation. While some like me have access to the best health care and treatments available, many have nothing. While some can speak out without fear, many live in terror of losing jobs, housing, security, and even their freedom. It seems to me that AIDS is a disease feared by people who don't know much about it. Ignorance brings intolerance. Intolerance brings hate. If my thoughts can help break this terrible cycle, then the least I can do and will continue to do.